What's up, everybody, and welcome to another In Herbie's World. And today we're going to be looking at another set of markers in a series that I call Does It Blend? A series where we test out the markers' blendabilities to see if they leave any streaks on a 3-marker test and a 5-marker test, as well as doing a colorless blender on the top line. And after we're done with the test, we test it out on a little caricature to see how well they blend together on that. So the markers that we're going to be testing out today are going to be Copic markers. And in case you guys don't know what Copic markers are, you've probably been living under a rock. Yeah, these are the most popular markers. I don't even know if I should be doing this test because I know there's thousands of videos out there that show that they do blend. But I'm going to do my own test. I want to see what they look like. And as always, I use the skin colors because the skin colors are what people usually like to use. So the ones I'm going to be using today, let's see if we can zoom it in so we can look. And then after that, there we go, focus, there we go. All right, so the first one we're looking at will be this one. Let me see, you can see it right there. Okay, that says Pink Flamingo. I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go, right there. Then the next one we're gonna be looking at, let's see if we can see it, come on. There we go, it says Brick Beige. There we go, we're gonna look at the next one now. Hopefully it doesn't give me that much trouble. And the next one is Sand. Sand. They made a color out of sand. All right, now the next one is gonna be, let me see, right there. And it says Tea Rose. And the next one is, let me see. Man, my camera sucks. Why can't it like focus really good? And it says Rose Salmon. And the last one is gonna be this one right here. You can see the number. It says Sand White, and this is like one of the most popular ones because they barely had any more of these, so I got lucky. All right, so now that we know which markers we're going to be using today, you guys can join me if you guys have the markers at home. What we also going to need is a small ruler so we can make these little boxes, a white pencil for detailing at the end, a pencil to do the little caricature, and some liners as well to fill in, to do the line work for the little caricature. And in case you want to use it, you use a little kneaded eraser, which is pretty handy. So let's go ahead and start the test. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do today is we're actually gonna label each marker. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna word out each one. So the first one's gonna be the E01, and then after that we're gonna draw a small square. There we go, just like so. Then after that we're gonna do the same thing with each marker. So let's do that right now. All right, and after we got that done, we're gonna see which one is the brightest, and then we're gonna work our way to the darkest. So I've decided that the first one, the lightest one, is gonna be the E01. The second one's gonna be the E93. The third one's gonna be the R02. The fourth one's gonna be the E42. The fifth one will be the E31. And then the last one is gonna be the E33 as the darkest one. So let's go ahead and start the 3-marker test with obviously the E01. Let's go ahead and look for the E01. And then we're gonna start from right here. We're gonna fill up this whole box right here. So let's do that. Remember, try not to leave any streaks when you do this. And I recommend that you use the chisel tip. The chisel tip is really cool. I like the brush tip, but I use that more for like detailing. It's also good when you want to blend things together. All right, let's go ahead and not touch the ink as much as possible for the colorless blender line right up here. All right, there we go. So we got our color down. We're gonna let that dry up just slightly. And after that, we're gonna go to the second one, which will be the E93. So let's go ahead and look for the E93. And let's start that right here. Well, I really like these colors. Very fleshy like. Since they are skin tones, they're supposed to look fleshy like. There we go. All right, we got that color down. Now we're gonna go back to the EO1 and we're gonna blend this line in and see how it blends. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna blend. There we go. Look at that. Yep. It's seamlessly blend together so easily. All right, and now we're gonna go to the third color, which is gonna be the RO2. So let's go ahead and look for the RO2. All right, and after that, we're gonna start that line right over here. The RO2 is very similar to that last color, which was the E93. Maybe I should have selected a color that was a little bit darker when I was at the store. I got no choice now. I got to use this one. All right, there we go. All right, now we're gonna blend that together, the E93 or the RO2 with the E93. So let's go ahead and look for the E93 and blend that line in. All right, and like I said, the blendability on these markers are fantastic. Look at that, seamless. It looks really good. All right, so since that was a pass, we're gonna go on to the the 5 marker test. And again, we're gonna start it out with the EO1. And while I'm doing this, I wanna know if you guys have any other marker recommendations that you guys would like for me to try out. Someone had already told me the Fiber Castels, and guess what? I got the Fiber Castels. You probably will not like those markers. I'm gonna do the test regardless so you guys can see the blendability on those, but I'm gonna tell you right now, do not get those markers if you're trying to blend anything. Like I said before, it's like it depends on how good you are as an artist. You can blend anything together, but those are very hard to blend together. All right, now we got our first layer down for the EO1. Now we're gonna go to the second one, which is gonna be the E93. Let's go look for our E93, and we're gonna start this right around here and then work our way back. So let's go ahead and start that right here and work our way backwards. There we go. Nice fleshy color. Get all those streaks out. You want a nice flat color. And with this ink, it gets it really flat. I really like it. Almost no streaks whatsoever. Let's go ahead back to the first one, the EO1, and blend that line together. There we go. Ooh, that line almost did not blend together. That was awkward. Yeah, that line almost didn't wanna, the line didn't wanna blend in whatsoever on that time. Ooh, that's weird. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the third marker, which is gonna be the RO2. Let's see what happens on this one. Hopefully it doesn't end up like that last 2 markers. It looks like the line is still there. I'm telling you guys, sometimes the cheap markers actually blend the best. And I've shown you some of the good ones already, like the Touch 5, those blend really good. The fine color markers blend good, and the Blick Studio markers, which are right here, they blend really good. All right, let's go back one again to the E93 and blend those lines together, see if it actually does. All right, that time I actually blended a little bit better. There we go. Good. There we go, that's a lot better. All right, now we're gonna add in a 4th color, and the 4th color is gonna be the E42. So let's go ahead and put the E42 line right about here. Alrighty. This is definitely a darker color. There we go. Get it nice and dark, no streaks. All right, let's put some more on that one. And let's go back again to the third marker, which is gonna be the rose, the R02. And let's see if we could blend those lines together. Hopefully they blend together. I'm sure they will. There we go. Yep, they're definitely blending together. They look really good. Liking the way they look. Really good. Alrighty. There we go. All right, now we're gonna add one last color. So we're gonna go with the fifth one, the E31. I would like to try the sixth one, but this is a 5 marker test. I would like to go one darker. Maybe, actually I will. I will skip this one and I will go to the E33 just to see what happens. All right, so darken in right here. Actually, this is definitely a better choice. Going with the super, super dark one. There we go. And now we're gonna go back one, which is gonna be, which one was it again? The E42. So let's go ahead and look for our E42 again. And we're gonna try to see if we can blend that line in. See what happens. Ooh, blends in really good. Ooh, look at that. All right, so the markers actually did blend in. Wow, it's pretty good. I actually like it. It looks really good on the 5 color test. On the 3 color test, you can barely see it since there's only 3 markers. But on the 5 marker test, you can see it a lot better. So now we're gonna go ahead and find the colorless blender, and we're gonna try the colorless blender test. I'm gonna use one of my Blick Studio marker blenders, see what happens. So let's go ahead and rub that. Well, actually, that's the brush tip. I wanna use the hard chisel tip. There we go. Let's see what happens. Usually I like the way it looks like once you hit it up with a colorless blender. Ooh, it does look good. Let's try it on the 3 marker test now. It looks like you can barely see it on the 3 marker test. You can actually see it a little bit, not too much though. Well, you could definitely see a difference on the 5 marker test right here. It looks really nice. I really like the way it looks like once you hit it up with a colorless blender. It really looks like it blended together good. On the 3 marker test, you won't be able to see it that much. But I gotta say, the fact that I skipped one color from this one was a good idea, because going from number 4, the E42, straight to the E33, you could definitely see a difference. It looks really good. I really like this test. It ended up really good. But like I said before, I already knew that Copic markers were gonna blend good. Everyone uses them. They're a really good marker for blending, but they're so expensive. I wish they weren't so expensive. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a caricature on this side, and we're gonna see what the markers look like on it. All right, so now we're gonna do the caricature part, and I did notice one thing when I was looking at this right here. I mixed up one color that should have been to the left almost. I think this one right here was supposed to be the E42. The E42 is actually supposed to be somewhere around here. So that was my mistake. I might have to do this again some other time, but for now I'll do the caricature, which we'll do right here. And as always, we start out with a round circle for the head, for the top of the head. And after that, we'll do the jaw part, which will almost be like a V shape. And I'm not sure if we're gonna do a woman or a man again or some goofy face, but we'll see what it turns out like. So let's go ahead and do that. We always do this. We want a center point right here. And from here, that's where we draw the nose. So we're gonna go down. Just like so. Put a nostril. And there we go. Okay, today we're probably gonna do another guy again, because I like doing the evil villain type guys. There you go. Do the cheekbones. Now we're gonna go ahead and draw down. We're not gonna go all the way to this point right here. We're gonna give him like a square chin. And then we're gonna go up. Draw the jawline. Keep on drawing that one cheek indication of his cheekbone. Now we're gonna draw a lip. Indication of the bottom lip right here. And now we're gonna draw the brow line, which is gonna be up here. Now let's draw the eyeballs. Just like so. I usually draw my either villain or superhero's eyes the same way. It almost looks like a eraser from like the 90s. There you go. Now we're probably gonna start erasing some lines so we can see it a lot better and start putting actual details to the face. Let's go ahead and draw an ear. All right, there we go, just like so. Now we're gonna go ahead and get one of my liners. I'm gonna use the 0.3. So let's go ahead and fill out the nose. There we go. And then the eyes. Let's go straight to the lip. Since we're doing this right here, let's go ahead and draw the line from the nose to the lip. Let's go ahead and draw that lip line right here. And that'll be the top of the lip, just like so. Now let's go ahead and draw the brow in and the second eye. Almost forgot about the second eye. How could I forget? There we go. And now let's go ahead and draw the detail to the ear. All right, just like so, and the inner ear right there. And now since we're done with that, I want to do the outer part of his face with a heavier line, which will be the 0.0. So remember our line weight, remember to push. You always want to get different line weights. You don't always want to have that same line weight or else your art will look dead. There we go, push. Now with the same part to the bald head, we're gonna go all the way across and push right at the end, push. There you go, get that cool line weight. Now let's go to the back of his neck and just push down. Now after that, put the top of his trap, just like so. And there we go, let's go ahead and put an Adam's apple on him. Make sure he's a guy. There we go, some veins. There you go, just like so. All right, and I think this guy is almost done. We're gonna wait for the ink to dry up because every time I do this, I make a mistake of not letting the ink dry up on my liner, and then I end up messing up my art because I get streaks, which messes the whole thing up. So let's go ahead and wait till that dries up. All right, now that we let the ink dry up a little and we erased our lines, and hopefully they came out good, we can start setting down the first layer of paint or Copic marker paint or whatever you guys call it, ink. We're gonna use the EO1 and let's hopefully this test ends up good. All right, there we go. Oop, there we go, already made one mistake. Totally forgot to not hit some of those ink lines. You hit those ink lines, then after that black ink will go everywhere and that's how just mess up your art. So try to go around those lines if you can, as best as you can. There we go. There we go. Let's go ahead and go down the face. Let's go on the lip, right on the top lip and the bottom. There we go. Fill out on the muscles. We're trying to fill out as much as possible with the entire thing. There we go, just like so. If there's any streaks, that's fine. There we go. All right, and now we're gonna go to our next color, which is gonna be the E93. Let's go ahead and see what that turns out like. And this time we're gonna be using our brush tip. There we go. Well, I gotta say the brush tips on the Copics are amazing. Look really nice. There we go. Hit the top of the brow, down the nose, right up here. Good. Let's go right here. Top of the cheekbone, or bottom I meant. Just like so. Let's go for the lip right here, as well as his chin. There we go. Let's go for the entire bottom part of his nose. Really good. I don't even think we even have to hit it up with the first marker after we finish right here. Wow, I really don't. These markers just seem to blend in, especially when you use the brush all by themselves. It looks really good. Now we're gonna go for the third one, and the third one is gonna be the R02. We're gonna use the same one, the brush. Just like so. On the edges. We're gonna try to see if we can use all 5 markers. We probably won't need to, but let's see what happens. All right, wow, that looks really good. All right, I guess we are gonna go back 1 color or 2 colors back to the original color with the brush marker and see if we can blend all these together. Wow, look at that. That just blended everything together. That looks really good. I gotta say, Copic does have some good ink on their markers. Alright, so now we're gonna go to the 4th color, and the 4th color is gonna be the E42, which is the sand whites. I should have mentioned the colors before. Alright, let's go ahead and hit it up right on the edge. We don't want too much of this right here. And right here on his eye, on the edge of his nose, on every single edge, if you guys can manage to get it. The lip, just like so. There you go, right under his neck. There we go. Wow, that looks really good. And now we're gonna go with 1 more color, I guess. We're gonna go with the last one. We're gonna go for the E33, which is the darkest color. We're not gonna use too much of this one, just hit it up slightly. Small edges. There we go, just like so, right under his brow, probably the best place to put this one. And under his nose, as well as under his neck. Oh yeah, this color is good. There we go. All right, and just right here. All right, and again, we're gonna go back to the very first color, which is the E01. Let's go ahead and see if we can find it, because I got all my markers mixed up. And we're gonna hit it all up together again. Oh wow, yeah, see, they all blended together so well. All right. There we go. Oh, these markers are perfect. All right, so now the next thing we're gonna do as a final thing that's not marker oriented is gonna be the white pencil. We're gonna just select some certain areas for some reflection, and we're gonna put some white right here on his bald dome. The same thing with his cheek. That'll be another place to put another good reflective piece of light. Just like so, and then we're gonna do the same thing on his jawline. I think another good place to put one would be on his chin, just like so right here. And then the last area that I would like one, probably be his nose. And right here, his eye. I'd like one right there, maybe on his muscle as well. And that's about it. One thing I did notice, I forgot to do his ear. So we're just gonna draw it with a slight brown, and then we're gonna hit it up with one of the rosy looking colors. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that works. There we go. So there you go, guys. We finished the 3 marker test and the 5 marker test, and I gotta say that I really like the way the 5 marker test came out. The 3 marker test, you couldn't really barely tell, but on the 5 marker test, you could definitely tell every single color. And like I said before, I think I mixed up this one color. It was supposed to be somewhere over here, but like I said, I'll fix it up next time. But it still ended up good. You can tell that all the colors blend together, and with the colorless blender part, you can see that the colors blended perfectly. So like I said before, if you're gonna choose these same markers, remember to go with the EO one as the first one. The second one's gonna be the E93. The third one will be the EO2. The fourth one will be the E42. The fifth one will be the E31. And then the last one's gonna be the E33. But I might have to switch these up because like I said, this one marker was supposed to be somewhere over here. Yeah. And so far, I think this thing came out pretty good. One thing I did notice is that I didn't give him eyes. He looks like a zombie. So let's go ahead and put some eyes on him. All right, right there, right there, right there. And they put some brown on it or something. I don't even know what color I just selected. Yeah, so there we go. I gotta say the skin colors on this one ended up really good. So yeah, so now I gotta select another bunch of markers that aren't Copics, brand new ones. The fiber castels, those are the next ones. Like I told you guys, those don't blend really good. But I'm gonna do the test regardless because someone wanted it. So yeah, guys, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel yet, feel free to do so. And as always, guys, thanks for your support, and I'll see you guys later.